you doing?
Hi.
It's so great to see you. So great to talk to you. It's a total honor. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure for me to be talking to you right now.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you. So fans across the globe, they know the television sensation Paola Mayfield, and they're so excited to know more about the wrestler, Paula Blaze. And before we dive into the interview, I'm really very curious to know about your wrestling name, Paula Blaze, because the last name of your wrestling name, Blaze, is quite a reminder to WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze's own last name. So I would like to know, is it a pure coincidence, or was your ring name inspired by the WWE Hall of Famer?
Actually, it was a coincidence. I didn't know, and I actually got the pleasure to meet her on the NWA Empowerrr event. So I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe. I hope she doesn't say anything because he's very familiar. But no, she was amazing with it. Actually, Blaze came across because it was kind of my husband's idea. He wanted something like fiery, something Latino. I was trying to find something that it matches where I'm coming from and also my personality. And Blaze, it actually does. And I just don't want to take away credit to Lucas from Magic City because he actually gave me that idea to put Blaze with Paola.
That's amazing. And we can see here fans from all across the world giving you love here in the comments. And we know that Paula Mayfield is a household name. It's a sensational name. And fans across the globe recognize Mayfield and they love the person behind it. So was it an easy decision for you to go from Mayfield to Blaze? And have you been able to adjust to the new name yet?
Well, people still call me Paola Mayfield. Even on the NWA event, I was Paola Mayfield. That's what people know me. I'm trying to introduce Blaze as a wrestler. I feel that it matches more my character, my gimmick, and my personality, I will say. Mayfield has always been very American, and as I speak, you can tell that I am not, I am not that American, but that's why I wanted to use a different last name, and that it matches more like me.
That's amazing. And American or not, Paula Mayfield is a sensation around the world. And your story, your story when it comes to your wrestling career is pretty unique itself. Because as we know, a lot of wrestlers, their story usually is that they grew up watching wrestling, they grew up loving wrestling, and they grew up wanting to be wrestlers themselves. But for you, Paula, you first gained interest in wrestling after you watched the film Fighting with My Family, which was based on WWE Superstar Paige. So I really want to know, what was it about that film that got you so interested in wrestling that you wanted to pursue a career in it?
Well, I have done so many things. Like I have done so many things in my life, modeling, acting. I was a shoe designer. And for me, I never felt like fulfilled. I never felt that I'm a personal trainer and I have my clients and I work with my clients. And, but like, there is something that I do for people. There is something that like, that is not for me. I love training people. I love helping people with their fitness journey. But what about me? So when I watched this movie and I heard the part what she was saying when she gets into the ring, how she feels about it. So it kind of clicked me. It kind of like, I do feel like that. I feel like when I get into the ring, I can be this person. I can be this strong person. I can do so many things in the ring that, like me in my normal life, I wouldn't do. So that kind of clicked me, and I was like, I want to try this. I didn't grow up in wrestling. I didn't grow up watching wrestling, and it's not common in Colombia. And that's why for me, starting, I know that I don't want to say that I'm starting late because it's never too late to start something that you feel passionate about it, because you can do so many things, but what if something else is what you're supposed to do? And I feel that that's me right now. Wrestling, if I knew about wrestling, I would have done this a while ago. But the time is right now, and I'm here.
Absolutely. And one thing that everybody has to admire about you is you're not afraid of trying new things. No matter it's acting, it's modeling, it's being on a TV show, it's been in the wrestling ring. You're never afraid to try something new. And that is something that everybody has to respect and admire about Paola Mayfield. Now, I know that after you watched the film, you picked up your phone, you called your manager and asked her to figure out how to get you in the industry, how to get you into the wrestling business. Now, what was her immediate reaction to it? Was she like, you crazy, or was she, understandable and, ready to get you in the ring?
Well, yes, I called her and I'm watching the movie in that moment. I'm like, I just need to tell her how I feel about this. And I was like, I'm going back to Miami. I need to have something that I can go and try this. So she was like, you know what? You kind of fit that personality for wrestlers. So you should try. Compared to other people were telling me, you're crazy, you're gonna get hurt. You shouldn't be doing that. You're out of your mind. And even my husband was very surprised about it. So but the only one, she was like, I think that will fit you very, very well.
Mhm. Yeah, she was definitely right. And what about your family? Your husband obviously was surprised about it, but what about the other family members and your friends? Were they supportive of your decision to pursue wrestling as a career?
Well, I even like when I told my family, sorry, there is a dog outside going crazy. So, well, my family, they are not that familiar with that. And
Right.
the only way they're aware of what I'm doing is when I send them my matches, and they're still asking me like, hey, "Are you okay? Like, are you fine? Like, did that hurt? Oh my gosh, they kill you or things like that." And like they still don't understand because, as I said before, it's not that common in Colombia. And but they support me. My family have always been supportive of all my decisions. They know that I like to try new things. I don't know. I feel like a life is only one, and I want to be able to do as much as possible. I don't know. You never know what you want until you actually try it.
You're absolutely right. And you've tried so many things, the first of which was modeling. I know that you were into modeling since the very beginning. It was one of your first loves. So what is it about modeling that attracts you to it so much?
Well, I really like the kind of modeling that I was doing. It was more about pictures. I like to be in front of the camera. I know that I was never tall enough to be able to do runway, even though that was never my thing. I always wanted to do like photo shoots. It got me a lot of trouble with my husband. That's why I have so many people who disagree with my decisions, because I do what I want, to say it that way, because I believe that I'm my own persona and I have the right to make the decisions that I think that are right for me. So I like it that, but I don't know. There is always something missing, and that's why I'm here. And I feel like it right now for the first time in my life. I feel like this is it.
This is it, definitely.
Yeah.
When I speak to you, I see a bit of a baby face in you. Wrestling terms, baby face is a good person, heel is a bad person, for those who are not familiar with it. So when I speak to you, I see a baby face. I see somebody, I would like to cheer for. But when we see your actions, we see your straightforward personality. We also see a bit of a heelish reflection from you. So how would you identify yourself in real life? Are you a face or are you a heel?
Hmm. That's a really like in real life. That's a really hard question because I think that people will see me more as a heel. I stand up for what I believe. I will fight for what I want. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be the best and to accomplish all my goals. I'm a nice person, but also I have my dark side. And the dark side, I will say, is like the way you treat me, I will treat you. So it just, I don't have middle. It is good or it is bad. So that's why I don't know. I'm a sassy person, and I'm a straightforward, and I think that when people take it really bad way, I try not to sugarcoat anything. I just go straight and tell you how it is. So maybe that's why I will consider it a heel. Maybe that's
That's a
why. But if you get me for the right side, I'm all love and everything. But never get me the wrong side, because I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It goes like, you treat me right, I will treat you right. You treat me wrong, well, don't get me in the wrong side.
very fair enough. And I hope that anybody who gets in the ring with you does not get on your bad side, or it's going to be a very bad match for them.
Oh yeah.
I can see, I
Yeah.
can see the love in the comments for you. There's so much love for you, and I think that's because of your personality. If fans treat you right, they treat you with respect. You give them back as much love and respect. It's amazing. Now, as we spoke about earlier, you've done so much from modeling to acting, from personal training to wrestling. You've done everything. But which one of these so far have you found to be the most challenging in your career?
Definitely wrestling. Definitely wrestling. I feel like if some people doesn't know what requires to be in the ring, the strength, the like being able to play safe, to work safe, to do so many things that require it. Because I like the people who judge and people complain about this, they wouldn't be able to last 1 minute just going back and forth on the ring. And I feel like this requires so much that is challenging, that I like that, because it challenged me to do better, to get better. That's why I train so hard. That's why I've been accomplishing all of this in such a short time, because people have seen how much passion I have for this business, for this industry. And it's not just me transitioning from a reality TV show and then like, hey, I'm here, I'm a TV star, put my name in the wrestling. No, I've been busting my ass and I've been proving, and that's why I was able to be part of the NWA, because Mickey James, she saw that on me and gave me the opportunity to prove that to many wrestling, because I'm new in the wrestling industry. I'm new. I know that it's gonna take me time for people to actually see me as a wrestler and not just as a TV star.
Correct. And that's something that I really see in you. You're so determined and you're so passionate about this business. I see a lot of criticism whenever somebody from, let's say, Hollywood tries to transition to wrestling. People feel like they're just going to use their fame and be successful in wrestling, but that's not what you're doing. You're starting your way from ground up. You're starting from the indie circuit, and you're working your way up, and that's something that's very well people should respect. Now, Paula, as you said, people don't understand what it takes to be in a wrestling ring. And we know that a lot of people, they call wrestling fake, or they call it a form of theater. As an entertainer yourself, do you agree with that statement? Is wrestling like theater?
Well, I believe that is. I wouldn't use the word fake. I will use predetermined. That's what I
Mhm.
will say. But also, I feel like when people make those comparisons, or like people watch movies, people actually watch movies, and they get caught up in that, in soap operas and all those things. What you get into wrestling is that you actually see athletes going and giving you a hell of a show for entertainment, real things. People get injured for real. These wrestlers, as a wrestler, we don't have doubles. We actually go and do our own job. So it's like, it requires talent. It requires being physical and mentally, to have a strength and a stable, being stable. It requires so much, and I feel like you actually get to pay like a science fiction movie directly, like, and you get to live that experience. Plus, it's not just that; it's just wrestling have so many things that it can offer, from like intense fight, from people who are like great fighters, and even from people who giving you comedy and people who make you laugh and make you feel so much, and like you get so caught up with those characters. Like, I feel like a wrestler are so talented, because they're not just actors, they are athletes, they are I don't know, comedians. There's so many things that we are as a wrestlers, that's why it's so respectful.
Anybody who is still critical of your choice to be a wrestler should have all their doubts cleared after this answer of yours, because the way you were answering that question really showed your passion and your love for wrestling. I could see it in your eyes. I could hear it in your voice. You love wrestling, and it shows very well. And we're getting a very interesting question here from one of the fans watching. The question is, your ring gear is beautiful. Who inspired you have this ring gear?
Okay, so I don't know. The pink gear, that one, it was designed by someone who has designed a lot of sketches for WWE wrestlers. I don't remember his name right now. I only have one made by him, but the other ones, I'm the one who actually designed all of those gears. I'm the one who has been designing and sewing and doing all of the work for that. I love it. I'm learning, and I don't know. I cannot wait to show you the new one I'm working on.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see it. And Paula, you are obviously so famous from the show that is 90 Day Fiancé. People love you from that show. And now you are being so successful in wrestling. So we know that 90 Day Fiancé was not an easy show in itself. I mean, it's pretty emotional. It's an emotional roller coaster in itself. How would you compare that show to wrestling?
Well, I wouldn't compare wrestling with the show. I've been on the show since 2013, and I'm currently we are showing a segment of part of the wrestling right now. So TLC and Discovery have been my family since I arrived to the United States. The fact that my life been out there, my personal life have been out there for people to see it since I got here, is completely different because it's my personal life, it's my relationship with my family, it's my ups and downs, it's a raw Pao, someone who has been in a good state of mind and someone who has been making so many mistakes. So it's completely different. Like with wrestling, I'm a performer. I go out and entertain people, and I show them my skills and my talent. In the 90 Day Fiance, I show who I am, and that's why some people accept it and other people judge me. And it's not the same, even though we get cruel people out there saying bad things to us.
It's definitely not easy. And just like every successful person, you obviously have a lot of fans, a lot of people who adore you, but there are also people who are critical of you. And I mean, Paula, you have proved to a lot of critics through your determination and your impressive in-ring wrestling skills, including your own wrestling coach, by the way, who thought that you would, be out of the wrestling business just right after taking your first bump. You proved everybody wrong. And I mean, I just want to know, how hard are you training every single week to prove your critics wrong and to accomplish your goals in wrestling?
You normally have this like 3 to 4 classes a week. Sometimes I have to travel to other states to train with other people because it requires me for what I'm working right now. That is going to be awesome, but I can't say anything yet because it's a work in progress. As you guys know, right now my current coach is Loki, and he's very strict. He's very intense with his training. I'm always learning. Look, when you have passion for something, you just go and learn it, and you do everything it takes to actually like make it work and make it happen. And that's what I'm doing. And not just that, I also have to do my own training, which is something like requires weights and completely different. So I have to bust my ass to make this work, to do and to be with the best ones. That's what
Absolutely.
yeah.
And all the hard work is definitely paying off. We are seeing it. The success that you're able to achieve in wrestling in such a short time, it's an evidence of all the
Yeah.
hard work paying off. And just like we mentioned, fans we both know, they play a very big and a very important part in professional wrestling. So how supportive and receptive have these wrestling fans been to you in your journey so far?
Every time that I get a message, someone is like, "Hey, I didn't know about you, and I just saw you in NWA, and you did amazing. You have a new fan in here." And like I've been getting so many great feedbacks, and I know that I'm doing baby steps, and it's a learning process. But all the feedback from the wrestlers in the locker room, and even when I finish the show and I go out and I talk to the fans, I have such a great welcoming. Like it's amazing. I know there are so many fans from the show, and there are people who support me completely, and there are people who doesn't get it, who doesn't understand, and like I'm done with that. This is ridiculous. But like I can make everybody happy, and for me the most important is that this is something I want to do, and I really appreciate everybody who support me in this journey, and who those who don't understand that. Thank you for like not judging me on the way, because it's something personal, it's something I want to do and I want to make work. And even for my new fans in the wrestling world, thank you so much for following me. Like I feel like this is awesome. I'm making my way there.
Of course. So this question, Paula, could get you in some trouble, but do you like your wrestling fans or your reality television fans better?
Oh no, I feel like if fans are fans, no matter where they're coming from, they're people,
Okay.
and they're people, and they love you or they support you no matter what. It doesn't matter if they're from 90 Day Fiance or from the wrestling world.
Okay, I just wanted to add a little controversy there. So speaking of fans,
Welcome, yeah, I'm used to that, by the way.
I know, I wanted a little spicier answer, Paula, but okay, that's fine.
I'm
Speaking
always
of,
ready. I always have my gloves on.
I know you're doing amazing. Now we're getting a lot of questions here from the fans again. I'm gonna take a few of them. First one here is from Notorious Imbalgi, who's asking, "Would you rather be a A-list celebrity or a top women wrestler in the world? Which one would you rather choose?"
I want to be a top women wrestler. I want that. I do.
And I knew, and I know that it's going to happen. It's destined to happen. Another question we have here from another fan is, what would be your inspirational words for somebody who wants to become a wrestler or train like a diva? How hard is it to train?
I feel like everything has to start with passion. Don't think about the outcome. Don't think about I want to be a celebrity. Think about how well you want to do in that profession, how well you want to get every time you get into the ring. And then everything will come after that. Because if your main goal is going to be famous, maybe you can become famous in a different way and know being recognized by your skills in the ring. So I feel you should focus first in what is driving you to be better in the ring and know the other side, because that's when I feel, in my personal opinion, that's when we make the mistakes, because it's not, I don't feel that that's how it works, and not in my personal opinion.
Great advice, Paula. And your wrestling career, as I mentioned, has been incredibly impressive in such a short amount of time. You started off in May 1st of this year, and in just 3-4 months, you have been able to win championship gold. You are the current Atomic Wrestling Champion, and you just made history this past weekend at NWA's historic first ever women's pay-per-view EmPowerrr. What was your experience like at that show?
Oh my gosh, I still can't believe it. When Mickey James called me, I was like, this is unbelievable. Like I have goosebumps. The fact that I share the ring with Kong, with Gail, with Medusa, with Jazz, with these icons, I was like, wow, I cannot. I'm here. I'm just this person. Like I'm looking from down in here, looking at all these people that I want to learn so much. It's I still can't believe it. I feel like I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm so grateful for them to actually give me this opportunity to be there, to make history with them. Like I was part of history, and that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of all of this.
Just the beginning. That's what I keep telling people, that she's just getting started and she's already made this impact in the business. She's already been in the historic pay-per-view by NWA. I just can't wait to see what you do in the future. It's got to be great things. I would like to ask you, because when I saw you on the show, you did not look nervous at all. You were confident. It felt like you've been there forever. Were you confident? Were you nervous inside, or were you just fine there?
Oh my gosh, I'm always nervous. I feel like it's inside of me. Like I have, like when I'm in the locker room, I'm okay. But then as soon as I know that my song is going to play or it's my time to walk in, everything is start like, whew. As you guys know, that has been my fight number 9. Yes, in total since I started. But I feel like every time I get into the ring, I learn something new, and I always listen, and I'm always willing to hear feedbacks. That's what I like about this. Because I like this business so much that I'm like, as soon as I finish, I'm like, what do you guys think? Please just give me something, give me something. But like my hands are very cold. My stomach, I normally don't eat. I don't eat. I
Okay.
can't eat anything when I have a show. So I like the excitement, the adrenaline.
When I'm talking to you, it feels like I'm talking to a total fan who's fanboying over wrestling, who's fangirling over wrestling. It's amazing. It just shows how passionate you are. And it's such a big deal. I don't think that a lot of people understand. But to be on NWA Empowerrr, amongst the very few top female wrestlers who were invited by Mickey James, I mean, it's incredible. It's a huge deal. And Mickey and you both have a lot in common, including the fact that you both are so successful in your careers. You actually have a very similar career path, and you both are also mothers. So I would like to know, how challenging is it to be a mother, but also have such a busy schedule, being a wrestler, working the 90-day Fiancé show? How challenging can it be?
Well, just the fact being a mother is already challenging as it is, even if you're doing something or not. Just the fact that if you stay at home with your baby, it's challenging. It's a lot of work, and wow, and having a career and being able to be successful and being able to provide for your family and being able to be there for your son and your kids when you need it, it is not easy. And also for your relationship, it takes a toll, like a really strong toll on your relationship and your life. But you got to find a way to put everything together to be able to make it work. It is not easy. That's why as women we are capable of doing everything we put in our mind as long as we want to, and we can do that. We can be a mother, we can be a businesswoman, we can be everything we want. I don't know, we can multitask. That's the good thing about us.
Definitely, and keep such a bright smile on our faces. I can see it's incredible what you do, and with such positivity. I mean, it's just social media itself can be so full of negativity, especially in the comment section. But you always have this bright smile, and you're always going forward and proving your critics wrong. It's just incredible. So, Paula, you've worked with Taryn Terrell, and you're working with her in NWA. How's it like working with her? And would you ever like to step in the ring against her?
I love Taryn. I love her. She is awesome. I'm learning so much from her. I love working with her. She is my tag team partner as well. So I don't know. I wouldn't like to be fighting against her. I would like to be helping her to win, as well as she's helping me to win also my matches. No, I want to have her on my right side, not on my wrong side.
That's lovely. And you were also part of NWA 73 the day after EmPowerrr. So can we expect more appearances from you in the NWA promotion?
Oh, you guys, first of all, you guys need to watch every Tuesday at 6:05
Yeah,
on NWA Empowerrr on 5 TV. You guys are going to be able to watch more about everything what we did during the weekend. And but yes, hopefully, yes, you guys are going to be able to see more of Blaze on NWA Empowerrr.
that's incredible. And we're getting such lovely comments here. One of them says, that's how Latin people work. There is no excuses. Nothing can stop you once you put your mind to it. It's incredible, Paula, what you do. And the love from your fans is just overwhelming.
Oh,
So,
thank
Paula, we
you.
know that you're having a great time in NWA. But do you also have any other wrestling promotion in your mind that you would like to work for?
To be honest, my main focus is actually being able to work with NWA for a long time. I really
Okay.
feel that they have opened the doors for me, so amazing, welcoming way that like I wanna be able to be part of their family for a long time. And I don't know, I don't like to think about the future and think ahead. I just wanna live this experience and what I have right now in front of me and focus on that. And whatever comes after it will come. Whatever is best for me, it will be there for me.
Very true, very true. And on that note, we have another question here from one of your fans, 100 Friends, who's asking, will you be doing movies in the future, Paula? I mean, lots of wrestlers, we see them switching over to Hollywood. We've seen The Rock, we've seen John Cena, we've seen Randy Orton, The Miz. All of them, have made the switch at some point. Is that something that you would be willing to try in the future?
Well, why not? I like acting. I wanted to do acting before I wanted to do modeling, but I was in Oklahoma, so my accent was too much. So I don't
Right.
know. I need like a kind of movie similar to a Sofia Vergara, something that I can be myself and I don't have to work too much with my accent. But that would be awesome. I have to say, I love scary movies, so I would love to be part of a scary movie. I don't know why. I feel like it's just the adrenaline. I like it. Or like a science fiction or fight. That would be very cool. But yes, if I have, look, every opportunity that life throw at me, and if it's something that I can do, I'm gonna take it.
It's amazing. We're seeing here comments from people. They're saying that the accent is nice. Absolutely. The accent, I would say, is great. And, just the fact that you're from Colombia and you've moved to America, that just makes me feel that, I mean, I have such respect for all the immigrants out there, because I feel like every single immigrant who makes their way to, let's say, another country like America is a wrestler in themselves, because they wrestled so much. They wrestle the immigration system. They wrestle, once they're in the country, let's say America, they wrestle stuff like racism, they wrestle sexism, they wrestle xenophobia. So every immigrant out there is a wrestler, and every accent, I believe, is just unique and it's beautiful. And your accent, I mean, I can listen to it all day long. It's just
Thank
great.
you. I don't like to hear my voice after I do something. I just like, no.
I understand. I wish I had cotton buds in my ears right now. I don't want to hear my voice, but I don't have the buds because I want to hear your voice. Great. I mean, Paula, time just flies when you're having a good time. This has been such a great interview. We've loved to hear your story, get to know about Paula Blaze. And, I'm just going to take one more fan comment before we go to the last question. And let's see. Sorry. Yes, so here it is. It's from Pug Rules 3, and they want to say, I want to acknowledge that Paula has shown her fans that hard work pays off, and lots of love. It's incredible.
It is true. It is true.
So Paula, I mean, we've already seen you do so much in such a short span of time. I would like to know, where do you want to see Paula Blaze this time next year in the wrestling industry?
I don't know. Whatever I'm going to be, as long as I'm going to be happy, that's all that matters. I don't know. I don't want to picture myself somewhere, because you never know. Maybe you are just picturing yourself with something less that you deserve. So just always think high, positive, and I don't know. But it's going to be so much better every time.
Thank you so much, Paula. I mean, I can see it right in front of my eyes that Paula Blaze is going to be a huge name in the wrestling industry in the near future, and you're going to be making headlines. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Paula, for your time and for letting the fans know more about Paula Blaze. It was an honor talking to you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you so much, everybody who listened to our interview. Thank you. Many kisses to all of you.
Thank you, Paula. You take care and have a great weekend ahead. Thanks.
Bye.